All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rukakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And Shalom to all the Senshakim that's pushing and shooting on the faith across the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Shalom. And I wanted to do a lesson, man. Just thoughts popping up in my head, man. As well as Shabbat Shalom to, your Akim, Wa'akwaf. But I wanted to do a lesson on, Yahawah Shema Shai. Basically, it's vital, man. His wisdom, I understand, is vital because the times that we're coming into, that's the only way that people will be stable out here, man. It's not from you having more guns than anybody else. That will give you, a temporary stability. It's not from having more money than everybody else. Habakkuk 1:6, and it's not from having bunkers, military bases, how many people It's not going to be none of that. It's only the protection that you're going to receive is from Yahawah Shema Shai, which only, the elect can receive, according to you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, Israelite foreigners that scattered abroad that may look like the heathen. But fathers goes back into an Israelite, man. The elect will be peaceful at these times, man. The elect will be calm in the midst of the storm. This is Isaiah 26 and verse 3. It says, "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee." So the Lord will keep us in perfect peace, man. The Lord will keep our mind in perfect peace, while all of these 2/3 that don't want to get right with Yahawah Shema Shai, they're gonna be what? They're gonna be running to and fro. Many shall run to and fro, man. Look at that. Daniel 12, verse 4. "But thou, Daniel, shut up the book, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." And the time of the end is right now, as we're measured out the time diligently in itself. And I was just meditating on it, because Yahawah Shema Shai, he gave us the secrets, man. He gave us the secrets to the servants, the prophets. So now we have knowledge on how to measure out the time diligently in itself, man. To see with the same time, where the highest, where Yahawah Shema Shai would be getting to visit the earth. And knowing that time is a high time to wake out of slumber, out of sleep. And that's what we're doing, man. We're doing our reasonable sacrifice. We're putting up our prayers, and our prayers is being heard, man. And it's arising, such as, when incense is burned. And the Lord is, he's answering our prayers, man. And in our prayers as well, to, cast down the wicked, the Esau, but to be protected, man, from the wicked. To be protected, in Jacob's trouble, to be fed in Jacob's trouble. And that's the only people who's going to be, as the scriptures say, in perfect peace. Because as he said, "But he shall be saved out of it. My servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry." Isaiah 65. And who's his servants? The prophets, man, the elect members. As well, you got your 1/3 as well, your women and children. Going back into it. It says, "Trust ye in Yahawah Shema Shai." Like it. "Trust ye in Yahawah Shema Shai forever, for in the Lord Yahawah is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city, he layeth it low, even to the ground, he bringeth it to the dust." That's right, and that's what he's gonna do to America, man. He's gonna bring this prideful ass kingdom, this prideful ass mountain, this prideful ass government down to the dust, and it shall arise no more, man. And while that's descending, as the scriptures say, everyone that be found with it shall be thirsting through. 2/3 of our people is going to die on this side, man, because they still stay upon him whom smote them, man, which is Esau, the so-called white man. So they're going to be receiving judgment, drinking of that cup without mixture with Esau, man. And during, Jacob's trouble, man, ultimately with those missiles. And we're going to be what? We're going to be in the midst of that, man. Though these things, all these are for the wicked, we're going to be in the midst of Jacob's trouble because that's still a part of our fiery trial, man. It's still a part of our test, our sifting, man. I don't know, when you go into the word sift, it's basically mean test. That's still part of our test, But Yahawah Shema Shai, he's going to what? He's going to save us out of that, man. Let me get this in Romans 8. Because can nothing separate Yahawah Shema Shai from his elect, man? Nothing. This is Romans 8. And I'm going to start at verse, it says 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also gloried. That's right, going into the predestination, man, of the election. As the scriptures say, it's not of works anymore, it's of the election. That's in Romans 11. For if it be by election, then it's no more. Or it's like if it be by grace, then it's no more of works. Something to that effect. Because it's of Yahawah Shema Shai, of whom he gave that seal to, man, before he even made you, man. Whom he gave that mark of exemption, that Yahawah. What shall we say then to these things? If Yahawah Shema Shai be for us, who can be against us? That's right. Because if you have this seal, man, going into that white stone as well, that mark of exemption, it's like it. Not like it, but Esau been cracking down. But if you have that Yahawah, that exemption, which it says in Ezekiel 9:4, nothing can be against you, man. Nothing that may befall you, any tests, trials, or tribulations, man. Anything that Esau does, it can't stop you, man, from Yahawah Shema Shai, from receiving your elect body, man. Nothing. Because Yahawah Shema Shai gave you that Yahawah, that exemption stamp, I should say. It says, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely giving us things? Us all things, that's right. Yahawah Shai died, but what did he receive? He received the kingdom, man, which is going to be in full effect, when he subdue these nations, man, put them under him, man. And we be what? We be joint heirs with him, man. Joint heirs to the promise. And we're going to, as the scriptures say, in my Father's house is many mansions I have prepared for you, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So we're going to be given gifts as well. It says, who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahawah Shema Shai's elect? It is Yahawah Shema Shai that justifieth. That's right. Nothing. Because it's of Yahawah Shema Shai that justifies us, man. Lord willing, I be at the elect number. Lord willing, we be at the elect number, man. It says, who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of Yahawah Shema Shai, who also maketh intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. That's right, we're more than conquerors through all these things, man. Nothing can separate us from the love of Yahawah Shema Shai. As the scriptures say, nothing is impossible. For nothing is impossible for me, man. Let me get that. That's just a quick scripture. Luke 1:37, it says, for nothing, for with Yahawah Shema Shai, no thing shall be impossible. That's right. And Jacob's trouble, peril, sword, famine, that's not even going to separate us from Yahawah Shema Shai. Because Esau, he think that's going to separate us as well, man. But as the scriptures say, then shall be known my chosen, man. The Lord is going to feed us. The Lord is going to keep us in perfect peace. The Lord is going to make us way better than a fine gold or Ophir, man. You know, the Lord is going to give us protection. You know, and while all these other people, they're going to die. You know, they're going to die of a 2/3 death. You know, because there is going to be martyrs in this truth as well. Going back into it. Finish off, it says, "For I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahawah Shai, which is in the Mashiach, Yahweh Shai our Lord." That's right. So nothing can separate us from Yahawah Shai, man. You know, Lord willing, we be given that seal, man. Lord willing, we be predestined, you know, to be of the elect number, man. Because not even peril, sword, famine, death, disease, you know, Jacob's trouble, our temptation, man. When everybody is receiving Esau's charagma, nothing can separate us from Yahawah Shai, because we're gonna overcome them, man, by Yahawah Shai, by the Spirit of Yahawah Shai. You know, so the trials and tribulation, afflictions that we go through the daily, that's not even going to separate us from Yahawah Shai. Because he always gives us a way to escape it, man. I think it's 1 Corinthians, I think 10:13, don't quote me on that, it says. Maybe 13:10. But with that, Lord willing, and let us be edifying through the Spirit and power Yahawah Shai. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and who teach well. Shalom to all the saints of Akim that's pushing and shooting on faith across the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.